Well, I wanted to show you guys how the progress has gone. See, the ceiling's done. It's dripping with foam. If I had to do it over again, knowing what I know now, I probably would have got two types of expanding foam. Would have got normal expanding foam, and then I would have got large gap. Large gap is not good for small gaps. It's just it's too hard to get the nozzle in because it's a fatter nozzle, and then it just expands too much. So a lot of waste of the product. But so far, I've gotten the side door done. I got one rear door done. I got part of the other door done, as you can see where the foam's coming out and where the foam is not. I've got this wall done. I'm starting in the nose. Now spin you around here. Now what I've been doing is I start with a can. I already had my holes drilled over there, and as I filled the gaps and then I'm done, I don't want the product to sit because then the foam will set up in the nozzle, in the straw. So then I go over to the door and start filling it with foam. The reason you have all that foam coming out the top there is because when I did the bottom ones, the product wasn't warm enough and the door was not warm enough, so you didn't have maximum expansion. You're supposed to have between 60 and 90 degrees. And it was probably at best 50 degrees, maybe 60 or 70 degrees on the can, but yeah, it didn't expand that well. Anyway, so I fill in the gaps here and then I put it in there, and just kind of been going like that. Now, in taking this trailer apart, I've found a lot of issues with it, and just some of them I will show you. You notice that, how you can see daylight through there? There's a big gap in the front, and so I'm going to have to fill that in with something. Wires are all just stubbed in here. Has taps, not the best in the world, and then they go through holes that are sharp. I got those temporarily up there because I'm going to put a thing of insulation in here. But yeah, it's what do you expect? You get what you pay for. Now I don't know if you can tell from this, but if you look down here, you can see rust already on the steel. So I'm going to have to treat that with some paint before I even start covering with foam or anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out these sheet metal pieces. Can't see them here anymore. You can see one in the corner. It's a rounded piece of sheet metal. There's a big cavity back there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a cabinet in the back that's accessible from the back. And then right above it, I'm going to build a wall. It's maybe going to be set in a few inches from the doors, just in case I want to hang some things like electrical cords or rope or whatever. And then the bottom part's going to be a cabinet, and it's probably going to be at least 1 foot deep, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep. And then above it is probably going to be some sort of cabinet, maybe clothing, maybe half of a hanging closet. But I also want to have a way I can open it up so I can get a breeze through here. So that's what I'm thinking. So I took out this piece, you know, it looked like that corner aluminum piece right there, vertical one. And I went ahead and put one piece of foam in there, and because it went back behind the plywood, it was an afterthought. I filled expanding foam in there, and I've just got to trim it away. I actually used, you can see it right there, I actually used that up against the opening and then just sprayed from the floor up to the top, and that kept it from popping out. But then as it sat, it expanded a little bit, but it really helped it fill the gaps. So this is as far as I've gotten right now. I've got to get a little creative here. I can't take these boards out because they're nailers or points to secure the front on. So I'm going to have to leave those there. So I'm going to have to do this in sections. And yeah, I don't know. You can see how tall this piece is. That'll almost cover that whole section there. It will cover that whole section. Then I'll have to do this small section here. I'm trying to do this in a way I don't have to butcher up too many pieces of insulation. I've got all these little tiny pieces and I may be able to utilize those, but I don't want a whole bunch of gazillion little pieces either, all put together. So that's how things are going right now. Oh, step out, and Iris is over here. She knows I'm busy with the video, so she's trying to wander off. It's a cloudy day today. They say later, chance of rain. It's looking like pretty good over there. So we'll see what happens. It's 50 something degrees right now. We've got road construction. You can see some of the cars lined up there. And so far, pretty much the camp seems quiet for right now. No campers yet, but the afternoon is young. So we're gonna go back to it and see what else we can get done. If it starts raining, I want to give up because I don't want to deal with I mean, if I was just doing stuff inside, then that'd be fine, but I can't even do the expanding foam. I got to bring the foam back and forth to the table to cut it, and I just don't want to get it wet and get moisture in the trailer, because I'm sure that'll lead to problems too. So anyways, here we are, and Iris wants to go in the truck. Right, Iris? You want to go in the truck? Yeah. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, later. Say hi. Say hi.